Hello, this is Clayton Balmus, and I'm your teacher today here in our audio classroom with SynMax University here at synmaxperformancelubricants.com. Today, I'm very excited to spend this time with you. We're going to be talking about the coolant system performance and protection presentation. So, I hope you enjoy listening to this as much as I very much enjoy sharing this with you today. Okay? Now, this was a protection test. This you're going to like this. It was a confidential test. Was conducted by an engineering firm in Detroit to show protection upon high-performance material components within the coolant system. A sample test with universal application was used, with a common design cylinder sleeves, similar used within the high-performance race engines. Okay, and this would represent protection to aluminum cylinder heads and blocks and components as well. Further discovered was to have equal results applied to steel components. So brand new cylinder sleeves were chosen. Now the green patch on the cylinder liner is a Teflon style coated used within the water system on this particular engine, and it was also present to check chemistry service compatibility. Now we have standard clean containers that were used to hold the cylinder sleeves and the coolant. The time for evaluation in the soak was 72 hours. The room temperature was 70 degrees. The sleeves were taken out of the test solution and physically evaluated, and the pictures were taken. And nationally known coolant treatment products were for the test. Obviously, with the SynMax water cooler, and then we had a product which is at the time used in the Indy Racing Series called Conklin. Here we have the products and then the containers that were used. So here was the 72 hours. This is what it looked like before it went into the water. And when it came out, you can see that there was no rust. It was fully protected. It was like invisible. The chemistry of the water cooler soaked into the metal, and it still looked like new. The Conklin product, we love Conklin, great company. It just happened to be the one that was chosen by the engineering firm. When they soaked it in, then you can see their business model of chemistry design was to have a coating to protect it. Unfortunately, this coating would then eventually reduce heat transfer efficiency, but you can see the difference. So here's the post-test. You can see the water cooler above and the Conklin below. Isn't that cute? And anyone can conduct this test on their own, and get your own buckets, your own sleeves, and your own stuff. The conclusion was that the SynMax water cooler premix actually soaked into the metal to protect it. The Conklin product had a visible substance put onto it, but as we said, there's going to be a heat transfer problem because if you have a let's say in your car, if for instance if you've got a surface coating or insulation for rust or corrosion on the aluminum or the steel, fact of life is a 1/16 of an inch of insulation coating equals 30% reduction in heat transfer performance. So obviously this wouldn't help system cleanliness at all. Now here is another example. This is 1,000 miles of racing. Okay, this was the SynMax water cooler versus tap water. All right, I think they had red line in it or royal purple. I'm not sure what they had in it, but it wasn't working. And you can see up here is a Fluidine radiator. Okay, it's a pretty pricey radiator here for the late model world. It was a double pass radiator, and you can see after 1,000 miles of racing how it still looked clean. Now the reason we got these is we had two guys that we knew. It was the end of the year. They got into an accident, and we just got some cadavers, okay, that we were able to play with. So you can see how the chemistry with the non-fluidine radiator, it it was just like almost 3 times the minerals that was in it. Okay. You can also look at the oil cooler on the right side where the hot was. It would just soak in the minerals. All right, and then on the cooler it wouldn't. And then inside the coolant tubes, it was just a mucky mess. With the fluidine, it says, well, what's that brown stuff on there? Well, that's actually some of the protection chemistry, you know, that was used by the SynMax. So if somebody wants to be able to use a quality product, obviously we have the 16 ounce with the water cooler. It is the chemistry that does everything listed. Everything that it states that it lists here, you can pause the video to look at it. It does. It'll have the heat transfer. It'll have the radiator protection. It'll have the component protection. Okay? Now for the easiest pour and go method, we have a product called the premix. All right? It is the exact chemical concentration level with the right neutral purified water. So it has the right blend. It's good for all weather use, 1-to-1 with glycol. And as we said, it can be used with your intercooler or supercharger. Now, if you're in an all-weather situation on your intercooler or supercharger, uh, you have to have a little bit of antifreeze in there so it doesn't freeze. So just got to tell you about that. So that's it. This is our presentation end for our coolant system performance and protection. And so this is Clayton Balmas, and here with SynMax University. I encourage you to look at the other presentations that we have in coolant system and performance, so that you can get a. We're just here to help you think and to do a little better. Last but not least, for technical test and brochure information on how the Aerospace Advantage for Motorsports can work for your race team or commercial needs, obviously go to the website, and we want you to download the brochures on this or any other product. So this is Clayton Balmas with SynMax University. I want to thank you for our time together, and we will see you in our next session. Bye now.